It's XCOM 2. Hello, I'm going to play some XCOM 2, and I'm going to play some XCOM 2 with a bunch of mods installed and a character pool comprising of wonderful people that you may or may not be familiar with. If you're familiar with them, great. If you're not familiar with them, don't worry about it. I mentioned just there that this is modded. It's very heavily modded, actually. It's based on a mod list that was created, curated, and put together by Christopher Odd. And then I've made some little tweaks to it here and there, just on personal preference, basically. The mod list is available for download via the Steam Workshop, so that's in the box of text below the video. And yeah, once again, like, it was made by Christopher Odd, not myself. I've just tweaked it ever so slightly, so no credit to me on that. The mods that are in play, I'm familiar with some, I'm unfamiliar with others, so this is going to be as much a sort of journey of discovery for myself as it is for anything else. In terms of start options, we're going to start at Templar. We are going to go with not created equal. I'm going to play on Commander rather than Legend, simply because I prefer Commander. Legend is just that little bit extra frustrating, in my opinion, so, you know, that's fun. Otherwise, it's going to be an honest run, so I'm not going to enable Iron Man because I'm playing with mods, and Iron Man plus mods equals bad time for everyone involved. So, whilst there's no Iron Man actually forced upon me, for all intents and purposes, we can just consider it an Iron Man run. I.e., I'm not going to be re-rolling shots every 2 seconds, because we'll be here for a very long time if I was to do that. Finally, we're not going to play with integrated downloadable content ticked. This is just to enable a few things and change a few other things. It's very much minor in terms of its impact, in my opinion. And honestly, it's a personal preference, so that's that. I don't want to stand on too much ceremony. I think it's better just to get into things and then talk about things as and when they come up. So what I'm going to do is hit continue and let Gatecrasher cutscene play, and then we'll get into the first mission and talk a bit more about exactly what's going on here. So, see you on the other side.
Accessing the feed now. We're in. But I don't know for how long. You seeing this? Way too much security, even for Advent.
That's no ordinary gene therapy clinic. They were telling the truth.
Or they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap. We'd need an army to march in there right now.
I've got a better idea. Outrider, this is Central. Go.
Timeline you placed upon us, mistakes are bound to happen.
It wasn't our fault. Please!
There's no need for any of this. I will do what you ask of me. I just need additional time. Did you say something? You're one of those? You must understand. I had no choice.
Outrider, report.
So, you do exist. Outrider to Avenger, I have visual confirmation.
Are you sure?
Reapers are always sure.
I'll take your word for it. Cover your tracks and get the hell out of there. They can't know we were here. Yet.
Understood. Now the real war begins.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Remember, only together can we build a better tomorrow. Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep Gatecrasher. 60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Okay. Gatecrasher. Except... not really Gatecrasher.
The aliens have had long enough to establish their peaceful...
A few things are going to be traditional Gatecrasher, in that we're going to have 5 rookies, and in this case 1 Templar. However, rather than going in here and blowing up a statue, we are instead going to get in here, break into an Advent compound, and rescue some VIPs. So let's launch the mission and see who our opening squad for this campaign is going to be.
Menace 1-5, we have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
I also did just spot a minor graphical issue there on, it looks like, yeah, it was Shandin, who's missing a little bit of texturing on the legs. This is kind of expected and something that will just get fixed relatively straightforwardly. It'll only actually impact this mission, so nothing really to worry about there. Okay, so let's take a look at the opening squad. We have got Rymir. We've got Kalani, we've got Tactical, we've got Reed, we've got Shandin, who we just mentioned there, and then we've got Nacho, who is our Templar. And let's take a quick look at the map. We've started in the corner, which is awesome. We've got some high ground there, which is great. So I think the obvious choice for what to do is going to be to grab this high ground. Can I reach that cover with anybody? Yes, I can. Tactical, in for the win. Show us what's going on, Tactical. Nada. Cool. One of the mods that's in play makes the spawn points and just general sort of routing of the pods of enemies on the map slightly more dynamic and slightly different to the behavior in the base game. In the sort of testing I've done, particularly on this mission, this can translate to chasing a pod across the map, just looking for that perfect moment to strike. And it could translate to a few different strange behaviors as well. One other thing that we've got in play is a mod that will kind of alert the entire map of us being here in a way that makes it so, let's say we engage a pack of enemies, other packs of enemies will then start moving towards our location. So we're on sort of timer upon timer. We can't like drag out an engagement at risk of being overrun.
Got it. Moving.
That is particularly nasty on missions involving the Lost, but it does make for a bit more interesting sort of and dynamic, I suppose, engagements, things like that. All said and done, in terms of the gameplay tweaks and in terms of the AI tweaks, things like that, my experience so far in the testing I've done has been pretty positive overall. So I'm really looking forward to actually getting a little bit further and seeing exactly what this group of people can do.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
So we got sound stating that there's potentially a pack in the middle here. So I'm going to just move everyone along the bottom here, keep them in high cover as much as possible, see if we can grab this pack before we move into the compound proper. We can just make out the compound and the fog there. That's going to be our ultimate goal. Ideally, we want to get on the roof so we can make the most of the high ground that's available. So that's the current plan, but as they say about plans, don't make them, because they can and will go tits up.
Roger that.
Let's bring you along a bit further, and then we can just carry on.
Getting it done.
What I don't want to happen, especially considering this is entirely just rookies, and yes, Nacho's a Templar who's a squatty, but ultimately has like no abilities. Being caught unawares would be really quite bad for us at this juncture. So taking it a little bit slower and just making sure that we're actually in a good spot is going to mean that we save lives. And the last thing I'd want is for one of the rookies to get gibbed in the opening mission, because that just puts us on the back foot immediately. And we're committed now, you know. I'm as I said there, this is going to be an Iron Man run that starts right now.
Moving to position.
So any decision made is a decision we got to live with.
I comply.
Oh,
Staying down.
that's a trait.
We expect our soldiers to feel the strain of combat eventually. We just have to give them enough time to recover properly.
I desperately want to press F1 so we can see exactly what trait that was that caused the cautious there. I'm going to wait until we actually get to have a proper look at everyone on the roster after this mission. Good to see that Nacho's a cautious person, though.
No need to ask twice.
Let's just keep you up here for now, because I am going to make... No, I'm not going to move much further at this point. Well, go on.
That's affirmative.
Haven't found anything yet. So... This high ground is tempting. But there's not really much in the way of cover. Let's go anyway. Let's just see if we can spot anything from up here. We can't, so that's fine. So far, so quiet.
Closing on target position now.
Let's just bring you along here before we actually commit to a full move. Okay. And that means that we don't need you up here, Reed. So let's just get you right the way along.
Let's do this. Got it covered. It's far, but I can reach it. Scanning.
Roger that.
Oh, poor Shandon, missing a waist.
Hostiles on the move.
Looks like that pack's actually gone the opposite direction to that which I'm traveling, which is not perfect. Let's see.
You have my trust.
What we can see. This is kind of a dangerous play, but I'm going to take it. Okay. My overabundance of caution is it's not really paying off so far. I'm not really sure what I want to look for here because we've got a few options. My immediate concern is there's potentially pack chilling on the roof here, and if they're on the roof, that puts us in an awkward spot.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Let's bring Kalani
Moving to position.
down and up. Okay, no spot, fine. So we're going to just carry on moving into a position here.
Got it covered.
There's not a huge amount of high cover to take advantage of, which is terrific, but
Copy that.
we don't really need it right now, so we're better off just moving folks into a decent position. Let's just overwatch here, see if anything does come into our field of vision. Nada again. Interesting. Nacho, can you check what's in that building? Nothing. So, I'm wondering then if we take this roof. And I'm kind of like surprised that we haven't actually bumped into anything yet. Especially considering the sort of route that we've taken across the map. So tense, Gatecrasher.
Moving out.
Everyone's so fragile. We know there's nothing in there, so that's fine.
Stepping off.
And I think I'd like to get Reed in a position here to take the roof on the next turn.
Double time.
Tactical, you can get up front as well. Kalani, I think because you can make the roof, well, you can technically make the roof. I'm going to just keep you up here for this turn.
Eyes on the prize. I will sense any disturbance.
Okay.
Hostile targets in sight.
That was unfortunate, but not the worst thing that could have happened. So, we're going to reposition and we're going to take this pack on the next turn.
On my way.
Shandon looks like the furthest, so let's get you up here. Nacho, I want you in not super close, but close enough where you'll be able to do some damage next turn. So I'm probably going to be relying on Nacho here to take that officer out.
the cause.
We can clump up a little bit on this turn as well.
Moving to designated position.
And then we could, yeah, there's a bit of high cover that we'll be able to get into the mix next turn, so that's fine. Let's just overwatch in case we get completely blindsided here.
Got it covered. On Overwatch.
I'm hoping that they're just gonna travel down here. Okay, that's good for us if they don't cross this wall. That's pretty much perfect for us. So, let's get this ball rolling. I think we're going to take the Overwatch with Kalani and Shandon here. And then I'll use Reed, Rymir, and Nacho to tidy things up, which means the opening of this campaign is going to go to Tactical. Let's see if you can land a kill for us, good buddy.
Get ready for a surprise!
No kill. Let's see if the Overwatch can do any cleaning. It's good. It's great. Perfect. That was probably as good as we could have asked for. Okay. I've got the guarantee kill from Nacho here, so we might as well see if we could just grab a quick kill with one of the rookies. I do have that loot to consider. I'm also concerned about pushing much further forward because what I don't want is to activate another pack. So we'll take the shot with Rymir and Reed, see if they can land it. If they can't, we know that Nacho's got the kill, and then Nacho can come back and grab this loot. Terrible shot, but we're fine here. Nope. I actually thought that hit. I was gonna be all what? An extra percentage on what Rymir had? Show us. No go. Okay. I mean, we were kind of hoping for something that probably wasn't gonna happen there, so let's just get Nacho in here. Slice him up. And then we'll get Nacho back and let's just, I don't want to live too dangerously. I think it'll be okay. This is well, let's go there. Fine. I just really didn't want the run risk of Nacho getting caught on fire. Basic Wildcat cartridges and PCS speed. These are awesome loot to start off with. Speed in particular is great.
We can't slow this fire now!
Right, back to the original plan then. So that's the first pack taken care of. I'm wondering then if there's going to be a pack inside, but irrespective of whether or not there's a pack inside, we should take this roof. So take a quick peek inside for us there, Reed. Okay, cool. And just get on the roof there. I don't want to go up here, spot a pack there, and activate it just yet.
Will do.
That would be bad. We will keep you ground floored.
Got it.
Shannon, I actually think you can just block the ladder there. Nacho can stay down as well. was that fight. That did some serious damage to the environment. Good grief. Right. Shandon. What do your eyes see? Nada. Cool. Reed, do you see anything at this corner? Nope. Alright. Let's just slowly work our way across, and we'll bring... Again, that's a risky maneuver because I can potentially see something there. So we're just gonna be nice and safe. Nacho's still down on the floor.
It's far, but I can reach it.
Yeah, this will work quite nicely.
I can handle that.
Overwatch is up. Remainder of the tactical grenade going off there. Looks like he's taken out. He's done some serious damage because that cars just went up. That was that explosion we just heard. Honestly, a single grenade doing all that's really impressive. Had his Weetabix this morning. Let's think about if I want to move here for a sec. If I want to move here, and there's a pack here, there's not much we can do about that. Yeah. Oh, I think we're probably better off just checking what's going on down here first. And we can... Again, that's just a little bit too far for me.
What's over there?
Discretion is the better part of valor, as they say.
What's over there?
Hopefully that's not going to... Yeah, that's fine. That's probably a little bit too much.
No problem, boss.
We'll get Nacho right up on the roof.
Come get some. Scanning. I'll keep a watchful eye.
Aha. Oh, what a shot. You killed an officer? Okay. I'm not sure how you manage an officer kill with just 4 damage, but I'm not gonna complain about it. That's 2 hits on the Overwatch. That's great. Shandon. That's another hit from quite a distance as well. Nacho, that was the floor. Oh, okay. That isn't the best thing that could have happened. That isn't the best thing that could have happened at all. Right, what I think is going to be needed here is we want to make sure that these guys cannot see us. Oh well, they don't have a line of sight on us, I suppose would be the correct thing to say. This is a dangerous guy as well. But I need someone that can take a shot and can't be seen. And that currently is nobody. Which is not the best. Although, tactical? But you have no grenade. Okay. If they land an Overwatch shot, which is going to be quite tricky, they're not going to be able to kill. I don't necessarily want someone to take damage, but I don't really have an option here. Well, potentially Reed, actually. What's your shot looking like? That's actually a decent shot. 71, that's still 30% chance to miss. 1 in 3 chance to miss here. Come on, Reed. Do we take this? I think we take this. Yeah, okay.
That is not good.
1 in 3 chance to miss is bigger than 2 in 3 to hit, unfortunately. Kalani, that's a better shot. Still got that big miss chance, though. But I think we have to take it. Although, yeah, they can't see you, right? Okay, that's good. Now, Nacho, you can make this, so I am just going to guarantee the kill on this guy. Although that puts you in a really naff position because it's Nacho there that I want for the sectoid problem that we're currently facing. Oh, choices. Nacho would secure the kill, but it puts you in such an awkward spot. Yeah, let's keep Nacho in play. Instead, let's activate the Overwatch with Crimea here.
I guess that'll be okay.
Okay, that's fine. That roof's looking a little bit dangerous, isn't it? 48's not perfect. I think we're just going to take the grenade on you.
Grenade!
And then this means that we want to get the rest of the squad in position for this pack as best we can. What I don't want is anyone along this wall for an Overwatch because I'm really concerned about the mind control potential from the sectoid. So, trick of it is as well, can they make it up here? I'm gonna bank on that being 2 movements because the ladder up is there, so I think we're probably going to be safe along this back wall. We're not running the risk of being flanked. Yeah.
No need to ask twice.
Okay. Very strange that the zombie appeared, but this doesn't seem to have actually activated. So, And now I've got... let's just take a minute to just reposition properly here. But seeing as we've been afforded the time, we might as well use it. And you could move, huh? You can't quite get to where I don't want them to go around here. That pack's come along here, you see. Okay.
Got it.
Nacho, you're in a pretty good spot.
Got it. Moving.
We're just gonna keep. We're not gonna do much else actually here. I think this is good enough. Let's just set the Overwatches up.
I'll maintain my watch. Moving to Overwatch.
So I don't know where they've gone. But I think if we're going to activate, now is the time. Okay. So they're not immediately in front of the building. Reed, can you see anything?
I'll go. I got eyes
Yes.
on an advent position.
That's good for us. That sectoid came closer. That's good for us because we can't quite make a flank on you, I don't think. Tactical, could you? No, but you can flank the sectoids, so that's a bonus. Sectoids are a big concern here. And we have got at least 1 flank shot on it. Nacho can reach it as well. Perfect. Okay, so sectoid is taken care of. That leaves that trooper Well, sector is taken care of on the assumption that you can land a shot on it from here, tactical.
If you say so.
92, that looks good. Yeah. Good hits. Right. We've then got the Advent Trooper. So what I think I'm going to do is take Natch, get rid of this mess. Look at him go. That zombie's still kicking about, but no longer. Illyrian core in the opening mission. Lovely piece of loot there. Bye bye, Mr. Zombie. Now we want Nacho in some good cover. That's going to be back here. I think. Yeah, that's a rubbish shot. We're just going to Overwatch with you, Reed. Let's bring Rymia up. Also, not the best shot. Let's just get an Overwatch. Another Overwatch. Shandin is the only one that's in a bit of an awkward position here. See, I don't believe that the trooper's got a grenade. But if it does, and manages to pop a grenade up here, then no one involved in that situation is going to be enjoying themselves. So let's just...
On your order.
Actually, I think you can land a shot from there if you wanted to. Well, never mind. That's as good as we could have hoped for in terms of what decision was made there. Shandin, can you... Yes.
On the move.
That should technically be a flanking shot. Yeah, okay. Well, it's a coin flip shot. Look at goatee.
Adjusting aim. Burning through ammo fast.
Nacho can guarantee the kill. So we... Has everyone got a promotion here? Yeah, we're fine. Let's just grab the kill with Nacho and go home.
This world is ours.
There we go. All hostiles taken care of. Last thing to do is just pop downstairs and grab our prisoner. Can you make it to the door? Unfortunately not. Can you tactical? Yeah. Terrific. So the prisoner's in there, I believe. Let's just get down there.
I guess that'll be okay.
Yeah, they are. Terrific. Hack the door, get the prisoner, go home.
Working on the door.
Neither of these matters. That would have been lovely. Let's see if we could have landed that. Well, we could have as well. I believe it was a flawless mission. That's a great start, especially considering the big fat zero and soldiers wounded there. Take a look at the stats. So I'm here 1 for 2, but the one came from an Overwatch, it looks like. I can't really tell. 7 damage, 1 kill. Kalani 3 for 3 on the shots. Wow, 2 kills. Shandin, 2 for 2 on the Overwatch, looking good there. MVP goes to Nacho because they did 16 damage and got 3 kills for the privilege. Which is, yeah, that's kind of expected from the Templar in the opening mission. Reed, pretty low shot accuracy, lowest damage dealt on the team, but the Overwatch, you hit when it counted, I think. And Tactical as well. I'm actually shocked that there wasn't a kill from Tactical there, considering 13 damage dealt. But then Tactical was our opener with the grenades, which is where most of that damage came from. I'm surprised as well that it wasn't Tactical that got the environmental destruction, considering they took out an entire guard tower, car, and everything else with a single grenade. But there we go, MVP to Nacho on first mission.
the ways of the old world. They will continue their wanton and reckless crimes until the entire world burns around them. We are grateful to the elders for their support in ending this menace once and for all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. XCOM is indeed back. Gonna need to customize the Sky Ranger at some point. But there we go, opening squad. Promotions all around. That's an interesting... Oh, there it is, actually. That's peculiar. The big thing here is that Nacho got a promotion as well. That's huge. Because that puts Nacho up to... I can't even mind what comes after Squaddy at this point. Something. We need to fix a couple of visual errors, but we'll take care of that. But yeah, Operation Gatecrasher. Reed, Kalani, Raimir, Shandon, Nacho Tactical. Good job. For our hard work. The Wildcat cartridges is great. Extra crit damage is always nice. That's going to be great on a shotgun. +1 mobility is huge. And first of hopefully many Illyrium cores. But the main reward here was, of course, Alexa Mahoney, our first engineer. And Dr. Brendan Hill, our first scientist. It's got a bit of a sort of Shrek-like quality to him. That's an interesting look there, Dr. Brendan Hill. Okay. Nacho's got generalized anxiety disorder, which is a chance to hunker down after the first move action, which is something to keep in mind. Not necessarily the worst thing that could have happened, but certainly something that we need to be aware of, because if I need you in a good position and you decide instead to hunker down, well, we'll cross that bridge as and when we come to it. Covert infiltration tutorial, we'll look at that when covert infiltration comes into play, which will be soon.
Commander to the research
And
lab.
it looks like we also got a couple of additional traits. Hunter of Stun Lancers, Hunter of Archons. That's not going to be relevant for a long time. Hunter of Stun Lancers early on, though, that's pretty good. What we'll do now is we'll do a quick introduction to research and engineering. And then I think we'll leave it there. So let's get our research on the go first.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology. Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
Research early on is fairly straightforward in terms of what choice we've got to make here. It's going to be modular weapons, simply because the sooner we can get mods on the weapons, the better we're going to be. Up next will be a brief jaunt into engineering, and then we will set up what we're doing here in the Avenger to open up with. But first, let's go and say hello to Chen.
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
Yes, in Enemy Unknown, Enemy Within, the engineer from that game was indeed Chen's dad. Rest in peace. He did lots of good work in Enemy Unknown in terms of making robotic super soldiers.
Do you ever regret leaving the city?
So,
you must miss some of it.
in terms of engineering then, a couple of things that we want to build off the bat. A medikit and a frost bomb. The Shadowkeeper will probably be fairly high on the list as well in terms of what we build, but I'm going to hold off on it just for now. In terms of Avenger, Resistance Ring tutorial here, it has changed ever so slightly. We'll look at that in a bit more detail. Immediately off the bat though, we are going to build it. And we're not going to put an engineer in there. That's 12 days. In the base game, i.e. with no mods, you kind of want to build the GTS, the Guerrilla Tactics School first, because you want those squad size upgrades, right? But we don't need that, because we've already got squad size 6 from the off, rather than the traditional 4 that you start the base game with. The GTS is still super valuable and comes with a lot of upgrades that are going to be necessary. They just aren't necessary as immediately as they are in the base game. We'll get our engineer in this debris, I believe. Yeah, that's 5 days, so that's great. I think it only said like 24 supplies there, which kind of sucks. But what can you do? Is this gonna... That's only going to take 1 as well, but that'll take double the amount of time, and we do need things built sooner rather than later.
Commander, to the armory.
In the armory, we have got our list of soldiers, which I'm going to go into a bit more detail with next time. We'll come back here. I think we'll call it there. So we'll leave things off with a message from Central. And yeah, I'll be seeing you next time. Thanks very much. Bye-bye for now.
Commander, good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to the bridge, the nerve center of our operation. The aliens have our entire world in their grip. Advent controls everything. Government, communications, industry, not to mention the military. And it's on us to take it all back. Resources and time are tight, Commander. It'll be up to you to decide how to best use both. The ship is yours.